or welcome if you are new here. So as you can probably tell by the title, today's video is going to be all about how I store and organise my freelance makeup artist kit. This is quite in depth, it's going to be quite a long video. I'm predicting already that this is going to be quite long because we've got a lot of stuff to go through. I'm going quite in depth in how I organise and store everything, but this isn't necessarily a video about my products inside my kit bag. It's literally just going to be a video about how I organise it, store it, carry it around for any of my freelance makeup jobs. If you would like to see a video on what exact products I like to use on clients, what my favourites, what I like and what I don't like, feel free to give this video a thumbs up and I'll be sure to make that video in the future for you. So I'm going to stop chit-chatting and actually get into the video because, as I say, I think this is going to be a long one. But before we go anywhere, please make sure that you are watching this video in HD, so just up the little settings down below to 1080 and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you can keep up to date with all of my future videos. And yeah, let's get on to it. So as you might have seen in the little preview clip before, this is the entire kit bag that I've got all together. So even though they actually come together like this, you can unclip them from them being separate and clip them together so that they are a little bit more secure rather than it being able to be lifted apart like that. So you can actually carry them separately if you wanted to. I'm going to show you the bags individually, because I can't fit it in the frame, and because I store different things in each bag. So the first thing that I want to talk about when looking at this bag, both the top and the bottom section have really nice exterior fabric which is really nice to clean. So obviously as we haven't been doing any makeup within lockdown, my poor little kit bag was sat very sad and got a little bit dusty where it wasn't being used a little while. But you can literally just take a antibacterial wipe, give it a clean around the outside and it is good as new. I even had a little bit of lipstick on the handle, cleans off really nicely. So as you can see, it does have a handle like the top section as well. This would be good if you needed to carry it anywhere, but I probably would advise against that. If you have a bag full of makeup, it can get a little bit heavy. So if you have a look all the way around, you can actually spin this bag all the way around because the wheels on the bottom are those wheels that spin rather than just go in backwards and forwards direction. So if you need to, you can actually spin the bag fully all the way around, giving it a little twirl for you. As you might have seen as it went round at the back, it does have one of these handles that you can pull all the way up. It does actually go really quite high. It almost comes all the way up to the top of me. So all the way around you do have these little clips. You have two on the front and then one on either side. If you needed to, you could probably lock these up. You just have to figure out a way to get some sort of padlock through these clips, but you would then have to do it all the way around on each clip you have. So it does have these extra storage bags that are around the sides here. These are really deep and again you can wipe these clean with a anti-bac wipe. So I'm just going to show you what I have in both of these bags here. In this side I like to keep all of my setting sprays, have all of my MAC Fix Pluses and my little mini MAC Fix Pluses in here. I actually have, oh god, this is wedged in nicely. I actually have two new Fix Pluses in here and another one, so it just shows you how much you can actually fit in here. I like to keep my setting sprays in this side pocket because it keeps them upright. I don't know what it is about liquids, but I just hate thinking of them lying down like that. I just feel like that can't be right. So I like to try and keep all of them sat upright, which is why this side pocket is quite handy. In this side pocket I like to keep all of my cotton pads and my hand sanitizer gel, also any sort of other antibacterial things that I might want to keep just wedged in here. I just like to keep those items in there because again you can access them quickly. And then just moving around to the other side. This side you can obviously see what I keep all in here. This bag is really handy because you can, let's just do this up so you can see. so you can actually see everything that's already in here, and you can just access it quickly if you need to. So I obviously just keep all of my skin prep, skincare essentials inside here, and again you can keep them upright if you need to. And then in the bottom section here I tend to just keep all of my makeup remover, so my micellar water and any long wear eye makeup remover if you need to take off any waterproof eye makeup or anything like that. Keep those in there. That is probably the one liquid I'm not too worried about if it does lie sideways. Inside this part of the bag, the lining of it is completely wipeable as well, so if that was to leak, not that it ever has, but if it was to, then I could just wipe it or dab it dry if I needed to. So I've just moved you up a little bit so you can see the bag fully open. When you do open the bag up, you will notice it's got two of these clips here either side. This is just to make sure that the lid stays completely open. You can undo these clips if you wanted to allow the bag to open out fully and sit completely flat and you wanted to work on it as a workspace, but I quite liked the idea of being able to have the lid open but not all the way back. So you can probably see here that you've got two strips of Velcro. You actually get some Velcro attachments that you can put on there. So you actually get two brush bags that come with both kit bags themselves with the Velcro on the back. So you are able to Velcro both to both lids if you wanted to. You literally just attach the Velcro onto the Velcro here and then peel it off if you want to. I've peeled mine off because I actually have my own brush storage that I carry separately. Again, this is the same material as the exterior of both of the kit bags, so you can completely wipe these clean. Obviously you can see a couple of little stains where I have used it already. These do not have any sort of strap though, so you can't attach them to your waist, but you could just lie them flat on a table or undo the straps on either side of the lid and lie the lid flat and work on it as a surface that way. So I'm going to show you the storage that I have in the top section in a minute. I'm just going to give you an overview of what's in the inside the entirety of the kit bag. Zips on either side. I'm going to show you what is inside. So here this lies completely flat. You have got a little bit of a mesh section at the bottom here that you can undo. I would advise to just keep anything that you want to keep flat in this section, so I wouldn't add any products in here because obviously it might not do up properly. So I just have some old business flyers in here. These are from my old business logos and things like that. You can keep face charts, any sort of marketing material that you want to keep flat, and just keep it in here to keep it clean and tidy. The only thing that I don't like about this is obviously if you're working inside someone's house or you're working in a studio, this just lies flat and is a bit of a pain because it just sticks out of the way. So you probably would have to fully fold that up underneath the bag if you wanted it out of the way so it sits quite tidy, but then it would take away from the fact that you might have marketing materials in here that you don't want to bend, you want to keep them straight. So that's the only thing I don't like about this flap, is it's just in the way on the floor. So this is actually probably the main reason why I wanted to buy this kit bag in the first place. I just loved the idea of having drawers inside a bag that you could store all of your makeup inside of, and another thing that really stood out to me is how secure these drawers are. So you can't actually open any of these drawers unless you squeeze the little handle and then you can pull it open, and then it clicks back in, so then you can't actually open it out again. So these drawers aren't going to fly open when you're moving around, or if you have this open, they're just going to stay locked until you actually want to open them. Another reason why I loved this bag from the get-go is you can actually remove all of these drawers if you want to. I'm just going to pull them out now to show you the drawers outside of the bag. Quite a few times when I used these at a wedding, I would pull all of the drawers out and I could set these out on the table surface that I was working with, and then obviously you can pull the drawers fully out and just pop them wherever you needed to as well. And if you want to rearrange the drawers, you can obviously take them all out and use them however you want. So you may actually notice that these drawers are all empty. and that is because I have changed the way I store my makeup. When I was trying to get these drawers out of the bag, the main problem that I had was the ease of getting it in and out of that kit bag. I mean, you can probably see already how much makeup I have in the top section is kind of making this part bend down a little bit. So it was weighing down on top of these drawers, and if I was having to pack away or even set up really quickly, the struggle of getting these drawers out of that bag was taking up too much of my time, and I'd had enough of like struggling with that bag trying to get these drawers in and out. Another thing that I found was as my kit started to grow, I was running out of room. You might be able to see the shape of these drawers are really nice. They aren't actually that deep, so I was finding I was putting products in flat perfectly fine. Wanted to kind of have my blushes going in a line so I could kind of flick through them to see the colours. A lot of them were actually taller than what the drawer would allow, so I was kind of running out of room where I was expanding my kit a lot more. This is why I say this bag is really great for beginners, but as you start to grow your makeup kit, you might want to reevaluate the drawers. So I'm now going to show you guys how I store products in this massive bottom section instead. My little preview clip before, I have now moved to bags storing all my kit, and you may be able to see a couple here peeking through the top section, but pretty much 90% of all of the bags that I use in this kit bag are from my Kitco. So the first bag that I'm going to talk to you about is the My PVC box bag. So this one is £14 from my Kitco, and you can see that I actually use this one for storing all of my eyelashes in. So you can kind of see the main brand that I use is Primalash, but I do actually use a lot of Eldora lashes as well. I wanted to use this bag for lashes just because of how big it is. So you can see literally all of the lash names, the brands, the styles, everything from just looking at this bag. When you receive them in the post, they all come pretty flat, and then it gives you instructions on how you can make them bigger and expand them. In the instructions it says to use a hairdryer. I would just advise to use it on a very, very low heat because this plastic is very easy to melt. It has double zips. Obviously all of them have the My Kitco labels on the front, and the thing I loved about the bags as well is that they are really, really easy to clean. So the way I like to store this bag, I actually pop it down this side here, and I keep the bag like that at the bottom. The next bag that I like to use is a My Mini PVC box bag. I actually have 3 of these bags for different items. These are really great for so many different things. I mean, this one I store all of my bronzers, my highlighters and my setting powders inside there, but you can see that it's actually really, really deep. You still have room to put more on top if you wanted to. And I like to keep this bag at the back of that section there. You can just see how easily these all sit in together, which is something that I was so pleased with. Even at the top section here, they all fit perfectly inside this kit bag and fit so much more in here without the drawers. I also keep inside this bottom section my little handheld mirror. This is obviously for clients when they want to see what they look like. I like to slide the mirror in the side section there, and it just fits quite nicely with everything in there. The next bag that I have is one of the ones that isn't from my Kitco. This is a bag I got from John Frieda when I got given like a hair care set. There was like shampoo, conditioner and a hairspray in here from John Frieda, but it's just basically another clear bag. So a similar version on the My Kitco website would be my mini canvas pouch for £9. So inside here I just keep all of my lip glosses and then a couple of my lip palettes in here as well. But I just find this a lot easier because I can open up the bag like this and just pull out the gloss that I want to use. And when I pop this in the bag, I sit it straight on top of my powder bag here. Then sat on top of that, I keep my MAC lip palette inside of here. I literally just decanted all of my lipsticks inside of this palette because I was fed up with having little lipsticks rolling around, especially MAC ones that all look the exact same in the exact same packaging. So I decided to just decant them into this lip palette and just keep them all inside here instead, which is a whole lot easier. So I just pop this on top of the lip gloss bag there. Then the final bag that is inside this bottom section is my mini twin canvas pouch bag. So this one is £14 from my Kitco and it is double-sided. So I really liked the idea of this bag because the zips in the middle undo like so, and you can then open the bag out and sit it completely flat on the table if you wanted to, and then unzip them and work from them flat on the table, and then you can just do them back up again, and then you've got a little twin bag like that. This actually has handles to it as well. This canvas is very similar to the canvas that's on the kit bag itself, so it's really easy to wipe clean if you need to. Inside of this bag I keep, on one section I keep all of my pigments and my glitters, and then the other side I keep a lot of my brow gels, a couple of other glitters and eyeshadows that are in single containers, and then a couple of eyeshadow like creams and gels and things like that. I just keep those in there. And then I like to sit this bag in this way round, and then what I like to keep in this little section here is I just keep all of my brush cleaner. So I have my ISO Clean brush cleaner, my detergent spray for surfaces, and also my moisturizing hand sanitizer in here, and these all three sit upright in this section here. So I actually have a discount code with ISO Clean for 10% off all of ISO Clean products. It is Melissa10. We're going to pop it on the screen and also in the description box below. If you want to use my discount code, it is a commission discount code. Just make sure you shop through my referral link, and that way I can get commission from your sales if you want to help me out. If you don't, obviously you don't have to use it, but I'm just putting it out there. And then also in the bottom section I like to just keep a roll of kitchen roll in there, so I'll just shove that in any which way. So that is the bottom section of my kit bag, everything that I keep in there. So we're just going to zip her on up and we're going to move on to the top section. I can't actually remember how this came or what you get in this part. I think it's completely empty, but at the bottom of the section you actually get this removable layer that you can take out and clean, which I obviously need to do. I didn't even realise until I just took it out. How gross. Originally when I first had this bag, I think I liked to sit products in so that they all sat upright in the bag, but the only problem with that was that if I didn't have enough to keep it all upright and divided, they would just roll around all over the place. So that's why obviously I opted for bags as well. So the first bag that I have in this section, this is called the My PVC bag. This one is £9.50. This one is also extremely heavy because I've literally packed it full to the brim of stuff. This one's kind of like a general bag, so I have a bit of everything in here. I have palettes, like highlighter palettes, face palettes, couple of glow products, my strobe cream, anything that didn't really fit anywhere else really is in this bag. And I just like to sit this one at the very back of the bag like this because it sits really nicely against the back of it. The next bag is quite fitting to go after the previous bag because this is the mini version of it. This is called My Mini PVC bag from my Kitco. This one is £8 and I just keep all of my, obviously all my P. Louise bases, but also any of my concealers or eyeshadow primers in there as well. You can literally see how much room I have left in this. So if I wanted to stack up even more concealers, I could sit that on top. But again, I really like this one because it does just sit completely upright. I can work from this bag having it completely open. I can just dip in and out of that bag and sit them back in really nicely. This bag, I decided to keep this side here. This next bag, guys, this is a game changer for me. I want to get so many more of these ones because it is so handy. This one is the My PVC rectangle bag. So I keep all of my blushes and my glowy blushes, my highlighter blushes, my highlighter palettes, anything you can think of that is for blush, I keep in this bag. This bag is £10.50. Again, has a little handle to the top part here. It has 2 zips like the other ones, and you can literally open it out fully like this. So I don't know if you remember me saying, but originally when I had my drawers, I wanted to have all of my blushes in like rows vertically so I could flick through them and see the colours that I had or access them quickly. So obviously I've done that with all of the blush highlights here, but again, like a lot of the bags, they are so deep that you can even fit more in. So if I wanted to do another layer of a row of blushes, I could even do that as well if I wanted to have it completely jam-packed of blush. Like how easy is that to just carry around? And then I just slot this one in front of the bag at the back. The next 2 bags are exactly the same bag as the one down below, which was the My Mini PVC box bag. I'm not sure if I said it before, but these ones are £8.50. So I have both of them for foundations. Again, as I said, I don't know what it is about liquids, but I just like the fact that they are sat upright. So when I had the drawers, I would have to have all of these foundation bottles lying flat, and they were rolling around in the drawers, or they just wouldn't fit because like the NARS one didn't fit because it was too wide to lay landscape. It would only have to lie portrait, if that makes sense. So I have 2 separate bags. This is my high-end foundation bag, and then I have my like drugstore cheaper foundation bag, and I just wedge this one in here, and that one sits close to this side. I just slot this one in that side and it fits really nicely in there. So one thing I haven't mentioned about the My Kitco bags is that they actually do labels for all of the bags that sit on the little handles here. They are known as the My Tags Velcro wraps. And then you can get the My Tags label packs, which is all of the labels written out in the My Kitco font. So you can get them in the face label pack 1 and 2, the eye label pack, the lip label pack, and the accessory label pack. The first thing that I want to talk about is with this bag you actually get a little shoulder strap that comes with it. As you can see, I've never used it because I haven't even taken the cardboard packaging off of it. This bag is so heavy because of what I have in it, so I couldn't even imagine carrying that over my shoulders. So yeah, handy to have but never used it. Spinning it round to the back, obviously you can see the handle that we have at the bottom. So you can see how high that actually goes up because you can't even see it in frame anymore. But one way to secure this bag is you can unzip this bottom section here. I just leave it unzipped. And it was also Velcro attached at the top. Undo the Velcro, shift it back a little bit, and then you can undo the handle, push it through the Velcro, secure that back in, and then this is even more sturdy and secured together. So I really liked that because it just made sure that this didn't fly around all over the show. And as I said, on the bottom one you do have the handle to carry it around as well. Again, we have the same kind of setup as the bottom section, so you have these 2 attached straps to make sure that that doesn't fly all the way back, but of course if you wanted to you would just undo these and then it would lie completely flat. And you can see here that it has the 2 strips of Velcro, so you could attach the brush belt that you get with it as well. But inside this section you do actually get these little Velcro attachable bags, which I love about this bag because you can literally just go and just attach those bags there. How handy is that? Not handy when you leave this open though. If you have this bag, don't leave these zips open because you fold it down, open it again. You can guess what happens, it all falls out. Yeah. So when I am traveling around with this bag, I unattach. Let's go with unattach these bags from the Velcro strips at the top, and I leave them in these little trays here. The reason for that is, I think, yeah, that's the reason, because they don't travel well like that because you have the section through the middle here. It obviously won't do up if you have a full to the brim bag like mine in here. This one here, I have all of my lip pencils inside, and then in this bag here I have a lot of my eyebrow products, so my brow pencils. These are mainly all from Bobbi Brown. You'll see a theme going through here. A lot of my products are from Bobbi Brown because I used to work there, so yeah, that's why I have a lot of Bobbi Brown products. So I have cream eyeshadow sticks from Bobbi Brown in here, and their long wear brow pencils in here as well. This last bag is just eyeliner pencils, no specific colours in here, I just keep any old colours. I also have eyeliner gels in here as well. So you can see that obviously we've got these drawers that are in here. These are completely plastic, which is again really nice because you can wipe these entirely clean. You can open these drawers fully out so they sit open like so, and you've got another workspace to work from. And then inside of this section I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. So I'm sorry if this is a little bit shaky, but I'm literally holding my tripod so you can see. But in here I just keep all of my eyeshadow palettes, and at the bottom here you can see the kind of like plastic layer at the bottom that you can again pull out to clean the whole interior of this section. The only thing is obviously you can't layer the palettes any higher than this part here because this is where the drawers sit on top of, so I just have a whole range of palettes in here. You can either lay them really nicely or just chuck them in like what I've done. That was a lot. I'm still not done. I just wanted to talk to you guys about another bag that I have for storing my kit. What I use like all the time. This is just another bag that I would highly recommend. This little one, how cute is this one? This one is actually from Primark, as you can see, PS Pro. You can actually get, well I actually don't know if you can still get it. I bought this one back in like January or December time. This is just really nice for those times when you don't need a lot of makeup with you. So I find this really handy when I'm doing clients that I know literally wear the bare minimum of makeup. I had a lady once that I was doing her makeup for her son's wedding, and she literally had never worn makeup, like ever. So I knew for a fact that I wasn't gonna need all of this, and I think actually bringing all of this with me to that appointment would have probably frightened the life out of her. She probably would have been like, what are you gonna do to me? This is so sturdy. You would not believe that this was from Primark. It's obviously got its little shoulder strap as well, which is really unbelievably twisted. Handle at the top. Again, exactly the same exterior fabric as the other bag, so you can wipe this clean really nicely. So I'm gonna show you inside. So it's obviously got loads of little nice sections that are really sturdy dividers in there as well. This section here is where you can store all of your brushes. So obviously it's got little brush pockets there, or anything like pencils or lip pencils or eyeliner pencils. Zip this one up. So sturdy though. Is this the final item? This is probably my favourite purchase that I made from my Kitco. This is my brush buddy. This is my pride and joy. It's on sale at the moment, guys. Grab it while you can. This is the My Big Brush Buddy combo. This is currently £65 instead of £75. So you obviously get the brush buddy that's inside. I'm going to take it out and show you in a second. So the section that you can see on the exterior here is the base of the brush buddy bag. How many bees can we have in a sentence? So when you actually get this one, it does come with a over the shoulder strap, so you can wear it like a crossbody bag. Let me talk you through the actual base. On the front of it, you've obviously got the really lovely My Kitco branding here. This zips out. So you've got a little bit of a mesh bag here. Again, all plastic lined inside, so you can just literally wipe it completely clean with your antibacterial wipe. I have a few pencil sharpeners and things like that inside this little plastic bag thing here because I don't want all the pencil sharpenings to go everywhere, here, there and everywhere. And they do, trust me. So I just keep that in that section here, and I just have a couple of leftover glues in here and anything else that I might want to keep in this bag. You could keep things like cotton buds and things like that in here as well. Around the side, again, you have another little pouch here where you can keep items of your choice. I keep all of my sponges in here. At the moment, I have mine in these boxes just to try and keep them as clean as possible and out of dust's reach. So obviously if you just kept them in here on their own, loose, they would gather a lot of dust, and that's quite gross. So yeah, around the back here, obviously got our lovely handle to hold it up, but you also have a section here. Obviously if you wanted to and you were doing hair or things like that, you could clip hair clips here, those big hairdressery clips. So also when you have it sat in the base and then you undo the lid, you can fold it back and wrap it inside here to keep the lid open if you wanted to as well. And then also on the other side we have yet another pouch, so pouches galore for this one. Inside here I keep a couple of My Kitco goodies. I have my really super teeny tiny fine cotton buds, which I never use, but you know, it's good to have them if you need them. These are like pointy ones. The only thing with this bag is it's heavy, so I'm just resting it on my shoulder like a parrot. I don't have much upper body strength, as you can probably tell. Let's take it out of the brush base because my arms are about to give way. It would come with its own little strap that you can attach here, so you don't have to hold it from its base. It's got 6 sections on the inside, so you can choose however you want to organize your brushes inside. I love the fact that it's all completely clear, so if anything drops to the bottom, if you want to keep sponges in there, you can obviously see where they are at. And again, at the back here we also have another kind of strap, so that when you undo the front, velcro too to keep it secure, undo the velcro, you can fold it all the way back and you can then awkwardly tuck it behind here, the same as what you can do with the brush buddy base, and tuck it around here. So the way I organize my brushes is I keep all of my face brushes at the back because they tend to be a little bit taller, and then at the front I keep all of my eye ones. You could organize it in the way of having clean brushes in the first 4 sections and then dirty brushes at the back, so then you can separate between clean and dirty. I don't do that. I tend to keep a separate pot of dirty brushes just to keep them completely away from any of the cleaner brushes, because you don't want to contaminate. You don't want to contaminate the clean brushes. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope it's not going to be too long for you guys, but I know I have chatted quite a bit in this video. But I really hope you have enjoyed this video showing you a little insight into my client makeup side and how I store all of my client makeup in my freelance kit here. I hope it has been helpful for any of you who might be a makeup artist wanting to kind of rejudge the way they organize their makeup kit and collection. So I am going to be linking everything that I've mentioned in the description box below, along with my little ISO Clean discount code. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. As always, before you go, don't forget to subscribe. So thank you guys so much for watching if you have made it here this far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!